Hello everybody, today I'm going to share with you two different Cooper Lighting 65 watt fluorescent area lights. Now my dad recently picked these up with a whole bunch of other stuff at an auction because of the tag on this fixture here. Like I said, it came with a whole bunch of other stuff. But these two fixtures were in this lot. And I want to take a moment, at least, to share with you the differences that they've used to reduce cost over time, I suppose would be a good way to put it. Anyway, it comes with a standard 9 or 10 inch refractor, and this is the bulb that they both would have came with. I actually originally, way back when, had this version of the fixture, but now Cooper Lighting is selling this version of the fixture. So, I suppose let's start with the outside. Let's put it on their side. So, this is the original 65 watt that they came out with, I don't know, a long time ago, whenever they started doing these fluorescent things. And it resembles very much the 175 watt and 70 watt high intensity discharge versions of this fixture, as there is much more room inside than really needed for the fluorescent version. They did do away with the twist lock photocell. As you can see here, we have a button photocell, but it is replaceable, so that's good. But they could have done a twist and lock. That would have been very nice. Either way, it is still a replaceable component. And inside we have our mogul socket for the bulb and our ballast. I unscrewed this so I could share it with all of you. And there is our ballast. I have one of these exact ballasts because I took apart the original one I had many years ago. Also, worthy of note is that the screw holes are still here. One of them is used to hold wires for a ballast holder, and that would push the ballast against the top of the enclosure. There would be some little indents there to help center it, but those holes are still there. And of course there is the photocell. Now, I always thought there was a date on these stickers, and there's something there, but I don't know. Anyway, that is the sticker for this fixture. Now, let's move on over to the newer version. Yes, fall down. Okay, newer version. Well, we still have the mogul socket. The photocell has been moved to the front, as you can see, and is non-replaceable. The fixture size has gotten much smaller. The bump here is gone. They still have the little tiny fins on the top that don't really do anything, at least not anymore. We do have a indent here for the idea of a photocell that would be replaceable, same as that one, I'm sure, but they didn't go for that. And notice, there's wire nuts here, so stuff had to be put together. There's not one wire nut to be found except for, well, yeah, there's not even one wire nut. So we have our non-replaceable photocell, and look at this. Ah, yes, a ballast that is exposed to the weather and elements. Now, of course, it's in this fixture. It's not going to get rain up in there, but you know, it would have been nice if they at least put a cover on it. But all the connections are done here, so no need for wire nuts. Very clean inside. You can see where the ballast areas would go. But that's what they've done with this one. And again, here is the sticker on this one. There's no more code down here, unless it's now on this side. But yeah, that's the differences that they've done to their 65 watt fluorescent fixture. Definitely cut down on the amount of aluminum used to manufacture the device. So, like I said, I originally had this version when it first came out because I thought it was really odd. And they're still around today, even with the LED versions. They're just cheaper. And what I think I'm going to do is save one of them. Probably this one, because it has more components that can be replaced. Of course, this can be put in here But I think this one is a better one to save if it works. I'll test them out and find out. Well, I was going to keep this one, but tighten up the photocell. I didn't even tighten it up that hard. It literally broke off. Looks like that's an issue. So whatever. But what I did do is I took this out. Just set it aside and to see if this bigger ballast would still fit in here. And even though these wires are right here, it does. So I'll just keep this housing and the ballast, and that fits in there perfectly fine. So I guess we're going to keep the newer version. We'll just use that until it goes bad and keep this ballast around, because you never know. Might be useful, but that's definitely a problem. Oh, this also came with this, and it's obviously a cover, but I've never seen this before. I've seen this on the 70-watt metal halide versions and metal halide versions in general, because they have to protect if the arc tube goes bad. But, yeah, it just clips on to really any size, and it just works. Like, that's it. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it comes with that, but it fits. That's interesting. Okay, so I got the cheap one all wired up. Let's see what we got. Oh, that was something. What was that? I wonder if it's an instant response photocell or something to that nature. So I'll try to find something to cover it up. Let's try it again. Ooh, I don't know what that means. I think it means it's not working. It does put on an interesting show though, doesn't it? Ooh, that was something, wasn't it? Let's try it again. I have no idea what that means. If the bulb is bad, or because I turn it off, that does that. If the bulb is bad or the ballast is bad, well, maybe I'll wire this thing up real quick and give the bulb a test. Just as a note, the second time I tried it, I did cover up the photocell. So, we got this bulb in the other ballast, so let's try that. I'm thinking the bulb is really mercury starved. It's very pink. Very mercury starved. What in the world? Look at how pink that is. Yeah, this bulb is incredibly mercury starved. But this ballast is obviously better because it is able to get it going. Look at how pink that is. Gosh, you'd have to be here forever to get it to full brightness. Weird. Anyway, I guess that's the adventure of this thing. After being on for a minute, let's see if it's any different. Nope, it still does the same thing. But I just wanted to make a quick little video on the differences between these two Cooper Lighting 65-watt fluorescent area lights. Thank you for watching.